most books at the time were written from the perspective of like a king would hire you and say, write this book about the war. And you say, okay, well, in case you didn't know, the king himself went out to the battlefield and killed 10,000 men with his sword. That's how most histories were written. This guy didn't do that. He was just like, I'm not going to kiss anyone's ass because I'm already in exile. And he's a man of honor, so he also said, I'm going to tell the truth as best as I can recall it. I'm going to tell the truth as best as I possibly can. He didn't make himself look any better. He didn't make the Greeks look better or worse. He just said, here's the truth as I see it. And it's the first time in history that anybody had written a history book that way. Which is funny, because like, to us it's so obvious, like that's just how you write history. But the first person who came along and wrote history that way, it was not that obvious. You know, we take so many ideas for granted, like gravity. So what happened before the discovery of gravity? Was everything just floating around? No. Then how did we not know about it? Nobody had taken the time to research it, that's all. There's a lot of things in life like that, that's just, no one's taken the time. And then there's certain things where you sit there and like, do you know how many different kinds of ants there are in the world? Yeah, I have no idea. I couldn't even begin to guess. I'm glad you did. I would have guessed hundreds. You know, there's some dude out there who can probably tell you what most of them are because he has studied ants his entire life. Is it helpful in some way? Probably. Anybody want to dedicate their life to studying ants? I'm glad that dude did, though. Whoever, I don't even know his name. I don't even know how many ants there are, but I'm glad he did it. Somebody went out there and said, you know what, man? If we could make an ink that you can put like on a surface and then just wipe it down, man, we could make, I don't know, we'll call it like dry erase. Anybody know how this shit works? I don't know. It's just dry erase shit. It's dry, and you erase it and it's dry. I have no idea outside of how it works. But I'm glad some guy committed his whole entire life to developing this marker because it allows me to talk on a board. You know, that's what I mean when I say we stand on the shoulders of giants. There are people who came before us who did all kinds of just, like, who the hell invented the pinata? Who the hell, screw that. Who invented the little, like, papery things that hang from the pinata? Who's the first guy who was like, you know what? Hear me out. Let's make it in the shape of a horse. What? It was like this radical idea. People are like, that's blasphemy. You cannot make it in the shape of a horse. It's supposed to be in the shape of a ball. And he was like this maverick pinata maker who started making, you know what? Screw you. Not just a horse. I'm going to make cartoon characters out of him. Oh, they're like flipping out because he's this revolutionary, you know, pinata maker. I don't know who the guy was, man, but I'm glad he makes them. I'm glad he made him. I'm glad he made that one too. I think it's a llama or something. I don't know. Really didn't even think about that. Like, some dude was like, man, if there's only a way we could get papers to stick together. We have no idea. I don't know. It was like Henry Stapler or something like that. I don't know. But everything we have. Imagine if we could like shape metal, like thin metal though, into like a tube, and then like pour liquid into it and then seal it. We could sell them. You know? I don't know. It's all kinds of cool stuff that we don't even think of that. And then Thucydides writes the book, and we're like, that should have been so obvious. Right now, if somebody in the world is inventing something that 15 years from now, you know, people are like, it's so obvious. How did we not have that before? You know? I don't know. Go invent that thing. Make millions and millions and millions of dollars on it. And remember, I'm the one who encouraged you to do it. So when you're looking for those tax write-offs, let me know. Others? Yeah.